everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am just going to be showcasing some of my most grail-worthy figures that I someday hope to own. I hope you guys enjoy, and without further ado, let's get into it. So, like I did with my pre-order video, I'm just going to put the picture of the figure over here. And I'll essentially just go over why I like the figure, why I consider it to be grail worthy for me personally, and some of the basic information about the figure. But yeah, so I thought it might be fun to do something like this. And I guess we'll go ahead and start off this list with, let's see here. All right, we will start off the list with a figure of Kurumu from Rosario Vampire, and this is the 1/7 scale made version by Orchid Seed. I can't express enough how much I freaking love this figure. She is absolutely stunning, and I just love the whole maid getup. It's very cute, and the figure is simple, yet it is very effective. I do believe she also is cast off on top, so that is a nice little additional thing as well. But I just love this figure, and I've always been a huge fan of Rosario and Vampire. I have the entire manga box set because I love the series so much, and I also do have the only good mocha scale, or in my opinion it's the only really good scale figure that was made of mocha. And honestly, there's not very many good scale figures of the characters from that series, so anytime I have a character that I really like or a series that I really like, if there is a good scale figure from that series, it kind of instantly becomes a grail-worthy figure, because a lot of the series I feel like there is not a lot of good scale figures for the characters that I like. So I love Kurumu. I think she is super cute, and she is a very sassy little succubus, so the fact that there is a somewhat decent scale figure of her, that instantly makes it a grail for me. And the only reason I haven't bought her yet is because she can be quite hard to come by, and if you do come by her, she can be a little bit on the pricey side, but not terrible, as you'll see with some of the figures that are on my list. Let's see. The next one I'm going to be talking about is a really, really old a really old freeing bunny, and that is the Icarus B-style 1/4 scale bunny figure by Freeing. She was released in 2012, so she is a rather old figure now, over 10 years old, and I absolutely love her. She is super cute. Her quality seems like it's a little bit on the iffy side, but I love Icarus, and I love Heaven's Lost Property, and I also do have the nymph and the Astoria, I think that's her name. The blue, she wears the blue outfit and she's got the blonde pigtails. I also have her. So I have two of the Heaven's Lost Property bunnies, and I would really love to have Icarus. That way I can finally complete the trio. And the reason I haven't picked her up is because typically she seems to be in somewhat bad condition if you are able to find her. I've seen her pop up quite often on Japan Yahoo auctions. However, a lot of the time she has some imperfections or issues, like she's missing an ear, or her wing is broken, or something like that. So that's why I haven't been able to pick her up yet. I just haven't found one for a good price that's in relatively good condition. But she is very cute, and if I ever do get the opportunity to pick her up, I definitely will. Alright, so next on my list is going to be the 1/8 scale Ononoki Yotsugi by Good Smile Company. This figure is chef's kiss. I love this figure. As a huge Ononoki fan, this figure it's perfect, honestly. I don't think there is a better figure of her character, and honestly there's not very many figures of her character, but this is one of the only figures of her that is like really, really good quality. But you know, Good Smile always knocks it out of the park, so it's to be expected. She just looks absolutely lovely, and I honestly really love the whole line of Monogatari figures that Good Smile did. I think all of them look absolutely stunning, and I want most of them, but this one is like kind of the one that I want the most. And I just love how she's like sitting on a throne of plushies essentially, and I just think she looks super cute. And the sculpt looks awesome, the paint job looks awesome, the overall quality just looks amazing. However, she tends to be really, really, really expensive on the aftermarket, so that's why I haven't picked her up yet. But if I am ever able to find her closer to like the $250 range, I definitely will be picking her up because she's stunning. Absolutely, like she's a looker. Love that figure, and I hope one day I'll be able to get her. Next on my list is going to be the 1/4 scale Sasaki Kotonone Binding Bunny from the series Maho Shoujo by Raita. I love Sasaki's character design. She hits like all of my boxes. She's super cute. She's blonde. She has that kind of like sort of nervous, shy and flustered persona, which I absolutely love. So she's super adorable. Funnily enough, I actually almost got her about a month ago. She popped up on myfigurecollection. Solaris Japan had made a post that they had her for like really cheap, and so I mean, I was obviously like, I went into this knowing it probably wasn't going to pan out well for me because they had her priced at like $70, which that's way low for what she usually goes for. So I was like, I'm gonna do this just in case this is legit, but I have a feeling this is not going to pan out for me because I'm pretty sure it was a mistake on their part, and they didn't actually mean to list her up for that much. So they did end up canceling my order, but I was really banking on maybe being able to get her for like a steal of a deal. But alas, I did not. And then I did try and get her through a seller on eBay. However, that seller was really sketchy, and honestly, I feel like it might have been like, I think it might have been a bootleg. It was coming from Japan, but this figure has a lot of bootlegs floating around, so I was a little skeptical. And then they just had horrible communication, and they were taking forever to ship her out, so I was like, I'm done. I'm not gonna do this because if I end up getting a bootleg, I'm gonna be so mad. So I ended up just canceling my order, and I don't have her obviously, but I'm hoping that, because I did see her pop up on Ami Ami not too long ago for a relatively decent price. I think she was close to like the $250 range, which I would definitely be willing to pay for her. Unfortunately, I missed out on that. Ami Ami might get another one in relatively decent condition around that price, and if they do and I'm able to snag her, that would be awesome because I love her. Just her whole like design is just awesome. I love her little like wrist cufflets and how they're little hearts, and her bunny suit, the color of her bunny suit is stunning. It's like this very deep royal blue, and I just think it looks super pretty against her like very pale skin and her blonde hair. She's gorgeous, and hopefully one day I will be able to have her in my collection. Okay, and let's see. Next on the list is going to be, this is an exciting one. A lot of these are 1/4 scale, so I'm pretty sure. So There's kind of a common theme there. But this next one is the Kansai Collection Shimakaze 1/4 scale by Freeing. When I first started collecting figures back in my wee high school days, and I didn't have like very much spare income because I didn't have a job and I was like self-employed, I actually saw her go up for pre-order, and I was like, I talked myself out of it. I was like, oh, well, I have this much money in my account and I could definitely afford to pre-order her if I really wanted to, and I could have her. But I talked myself out of it because she was very expensive. I think she originally was like selling on the site that I saw her on. I think they wanted like around $300 for her, and I was like, that's pretty expensive. And that, I had never ever spent that much money on a figure before, so I was very skeptical about it. And I did eventually end up talking myself out of it because I was like, oh, that's too much money, and she's really cute, but I don't know, I don't think I can really afford that. Long story short, I regret that decision, and I wish that my high school self would have just bit the bullet and done it, because I could have made that money back easily, but you know, it is what it is. Shimakaze is like one of my favorite of all the ship girls, which I know that's very stereotypical. Everybody loves Shimakaze because she's like the quintessential like Kansai Collection girl, but I just think she's really cute, and I love her design a lot. And her little Rensoho chans, they're so adorable. But yeah, so she's this is an obvious reason as to why I haven't gotten this figure yet, because she is very expensive, like upwards of $500 to $600 if you're lucky. So yeah, maybe one day I'll be able to buy her, who knows. Though I have seen them re-releasing the 1/4 scale Mikus that are in their like standard outfits, so I'm just like hoping and praying that maybe Freeing will be like, yeah, sure, let's re-release this. I highly doubt it, but if they ever did, I would be there like that, because I absolutely like fiend for this figure. But you know, she's very expensive, so it's like a long distant dream for me. And next on the list we have, okay, this figure right here is probably like my number one holy grail figure in the entire figure collecting universe. Like, this is the grail for me, and that is the 1/7 scale Hobby Max Chi from Chobits. Again, I had the opportunity to pre-order this figure when she first released, and like a dummy, I did not, and I regret that wholeheartedly, because she retailed for really inexpensive, and I definitely could have afforded it. I definitely could have afforded it, so I don't know what I was doing with that. But she is like one of my most favorite characters in any anime ever, so the fact that I didn't do that, I really don't know what I was doing. I was being a silly goose. But one day I really hope that I'll be able to get her. She also is quite expensive on the aftermarket. If you're lucky, you might get her close to like $300, but I've seen her go for upwards of $400. So yeah, she's one grail that no matter what, I will have her one day. I just need to find the right time to buy her when I don't have anything else going on. That way I can dedicate that amount of cash to her specifically. But yeah, so one day I will have her. I promise you that. And when I do, you will be getting an unboxing, because she's a stunning figure. Absolutely stunning. The hair, the way the hair is sculpted, the fact that the freaking light in the lamp actually lights up is just, I love it. It's an amazing figure. She deserves every ounce of my attention and money. So that's that. All right, and then this next one is going to be another figure that I actually had the opportunity to pre-order, and I didn't, because I just have a habit of doing that for some reason, and then I just want to like punch myself because could have done it, but I didn't because I'm just silly for some reason. And that is the it's by Q6, and it is number 721 by ShindoL. Is it ShindoL or ShindoL? I'm not sure. But anyway, she's like a cowgirl essentially, and she's from a really like kind of messed up hentai, so yeah. But I love this figure a lot. They had two versions. They had the Jersey cow and the Holstein cow. The Jersey cow is the tan skin version, and the Holstein cow is the pale skin version. I preferred the Jersey cow out of the two of them. She was stunning, and I just loved her sculpt a lot. I don't know why I didn't pre-order her. I regret it a lot. Every time I see her, I regret it. But she is quite hard to come by on the aftermarket. I don't really ever see her pop up on AmiAmi Pre-Owned. I think I've seen her pop up maybe once, and she was a little bit too expensive for what I was looking for. I would be happy to pay like upwards of $250 for her. If I was able to find her for that, I would definitely get her, because I absolutely love her figure. She is super cute, and she had a few like alternate she had an alternate faceplate and an alternate arm piece, I believe. I wasn't like a huge fan of the alternate faceplate, but I just thought her default face was really charming, and she just looked so cute. And well, I don't know if cute is really the word you'd use to describe it, but you guys know what I mean. Oh, and next up on the list is another Monogatari figure, and this is the Kiss Shot by Belfine. There's a lot of Belfine figures that I quite like, but I don't actually own anything by Belfine yet. But I love this figure of Kiss Shot. I think it's the best figure of Kiss Shot that has ever been made. Again, I had the opportunity to pre-order this. I didn't, because I don't know what I'm doing. This is a common theme, apparently. I just like to screw myself over. I think her sculpt is like really nice, and I love the way that her face looks. It's very, it's a little bit more on the realistic side than it is on the anime side, which I like a lot. I think it makes her look so mature and very like refined, and I think it just adds to that whole like vampire like aura, if that makes sense. And I just love her wings, and she's holding on to like a heart. Stunning figure. Expensive though on the aftermarket, but that's one that I do plan on getting at some point, because I really do want her in my collection. I absolutely love that figure. Absolutely, just chef's kiss. Awesome. Amazing. Oh, and this next one is going to be Miss Ringo Miso by Ikazaki Misa, and this is going to be another binding bunny. I could have pre-ordered her, but I didn't. What's new? I think I just didn't really have the funds at the time, so I did have a valid excuse for this one. But do I regret it a lot? I wish I could have pulled some strings so that I could have got her, because she's a stunning bunny. Like, I'm not a huge fan of bunnies because I feel like a lot of them are very repetitive and very similar to each other and just kind of boring, but she is a very stunning bunny. She has kind of this casino theme, and I just love it. And I love that the little the tips of her heels are little hearts. I think that is so cute, and just the details on this figure like speak for themselves. They're just so nice, and I love the little hints of lime green as well. I think it looks really good paired with her like bright red hair, which I also love that her name is Ringo, because that means apple in Japanese, and I think it just plays very well with her color scheme. So yeah, she's a very cute figure. I know a lot of people had like a gripe about her leg and how it was kind of like weird and didn't match actual anatomy, which I do understand that, because it doesn't. It does look a little funny, but you can chalk that up to art style, honestly. So it was nothing that I was ever like super thrown off by, and that it didn't bother me. But I want to be able to get her one day as well. She's one of the grails that I really, really would like to have, but she is pretty expensive on the aftermarket as well. So it looks like we have just one more. And this is actually a figure that came out not too long ago. And that is going to be Kotobukiya's Katie Moon's Trick or Treat figure. I love this figure so much. Everything about it is just, like, it ticks a lot of boxes as well. The whole color scheme is perfect. It's very pastel, very metallic, and I love it. It is just super cute, and she has these super cute metallic horns, and I love the color of her hair. It's like a hot pink to teal gradient, and I think it looks awesome. But she's like this little like punk rocker chick, and I love the body sculpt on this figure. It is very nice, and I love that she's got a nice little bit of chub to her. I think it looks awesome. You don't really see a lot of figures that are that stray away from the very like fit kind of petite or curvy like hourglass kind of shape, and she kind of fits more into the plus size like body shape, and I really like that because you don't see that very often. So it's a nice little change of pace, and she's just super cute. I also really love the face sculpt for this figure because it is more of like a Western cartoon than it is anime, and I think that looks awesome because you don't really see that very often either. And this I don't know who, I guess Yoki maybe is a sculptor. They have a lot of other, well, not a lot, but they have a few other figures that are within this like kind of same style. And I'm really, really hoping that Kotobukiya picks those ones up too. Because I'll definitely pick those up if Kotobukiya does some of their other designs too, because there's a few different figures. Like there's a cat girl, there's a nurse. I think that might be all. Just the cat girl and the nurse, and then the Katie figure as well. But yeah, she's super cute, super stunning, very slay, no pun intended. But yeah, I love her, and she actually just released recently. I was trying to find a place to pre-order her, but I wasn't able to do it in time, so I'll definitely have to pick her up on the aftermarket. That is everything for today's video. I just thought it'd be fun to kind of go over my most like sought after figures and the figures that are like the most grail worthy to me. But yeah, if you guys have any figures that you really, really wish you had in your collection, drop it down in the comments. Tell me about it. I would love to hear. I'm always like interested in like finding new figures and seeing what other people enjoy about their figures and whatnot. So yeah. Also, just a quick update. I'm going to try and post every other week on Tuesdays. So I'll be posting twice a month, and I'm gonna try and keep on a consistent schedule with that. So expect to see at least 2 videos a month from me. Maybe once this starts to kick off a little more, if it does, if I'm lucky enough for that, I'll be able to post more consistently. I just don't want to promise anything more than that because I am not rich, and sometimes figures get delayed, and so I don't have anything for a month or 2, and I don't always have the money to be able to afford to buy pre-owned figures, because I primarily only pre-order figures at this point because I can budget that into my monthly paychecks and whatnot. So at least expect maybe 2 videos a month, maybe more if we're lucky, but I'm not going to be able to promise anything because I don't want to bite off more than I can chew. So yeah, leave a like, maybe a comment, subscribe perhaps, hit the bell button. Any support is appreciated greatly, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.